Alright, you guys, so here we are, Shin Megami Tensei 5. It is 2:50 in the morning. We are drinking cactus water and bad news. The bad news part is that my tea bag, I wonder if y'all can see it. Focus, you bitch. Can y'all see that nonsense floating in there? My tea bag ripped open. My Bigelow cold infusion. And truly it is infused into my drink now. But we're going to move forward with the game, which we're going somewhere. We're going. Because there's something real close by. Yeah! There's a story marker here, and there's something... Oh! I think we're about to fight the god of this area. And he's a friend, but he's also an enemy in this moment. And I like him. I think he's very cool. When I drink this, the tea bag flicks, because I'm not going to, like... I'm just going to chug them down like a grown adult man. And they're gonna get stuck in my throat, and I'm gonna cough, and it's gonna be a bad night for us. But this guy's gonna want to fight, and I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. I can see him. What do y'all think he's weak to? He looks like he looks like light and dark. So like, what's he gonna be weak to? I don't know. He's gonna kick our butts, and honestly, as he should. He's a fucking god, basically. I mean, I'm a god, but he's basically a god.
What's all that racket? You're Tsukuyomi's mongrel.
Don't say mongrel, that feels offensive for some reason. He's so hot. He's so cool. Hi.
I've had enough nasty surprises.
Well, I'm the nastiest you'll ever get.
And you know what I found? The demons already killed them.
I would be pissed. We went over this the other day.
Now I'm stuck wasting time until another human with my knowledge comes down the proverbial...
Okay, so the knowledge will be reborn. I figured it must. It must go somewhere.
I can afford to wait until my next human partner is...
So you don't need to fight me, then, yeah?
At the very least, I've more than enough time to play with you.
Play. Alright, he's a cool guy. He's not trying to be like, I'll kill you. He's just like, let's chill. And I appreciate it. He built right. He built big. He built dichotomied. Hello, sir. What are you weak against? I feel like it's not going to be either of these, which is really upsetting. How do y'all feel about thunder? He's gonna like reflect it back at me and I'm gonna die. Okay, so I guess you don't... How do you feel about Hama then? This man's wild. This man's Pantaspain. He does actual damage. We have never, ever come across somebody that actually, like, was a threat. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Oh god, am I just supposed to run around and level up this video? That's no fun for y'all. Let's profane his land and see what... Watch him block this too, because he's got that black side of him. This man's sick. We're about to die. I could use a spyglass. In my mind, spyglasses are just for Mitama. And that's not correct. I could use a spyglass to see what this man's weak to. I know, Agami, you're gonna fade away. You're so dramatic. Here we go, you guys. So we started off the video with bad news indeed. It's not just about my tea bag ripped open, it's also about my soul ripped open, and I faded away. God, I want to jerk off to Agami. Algami, I guess his name is. I should stop calling him like, what? Mata, a giant asura in Hinduism whose name means the intoxicator. It is said that the sage Giovanna created it from fire. Goodbye. Huang Long. Long indeed. How y'all doing? What am I excited? I was excited to do something tonight. What was it? Other than sleep. I don't know. I thought I was excited to do something after this video. Headspace. Oh, I'm gonna listen to Headspace when I go to bed tonight. I haven't listened to Headspace in like probably like 8 months, and I fucking love Headspace. Do y'all have a Headspace subscription? You shouldn't, because subscriptions are stupid, and like, why do everybody has so many subscriptions? Y'all pay monthly for so many things, and it bewilders me. And I'm not saying like the financial sense of it all, because like I'm silly with financials. Be silly with your financials. You don't need money when you die, but I don't know, I just don't, the idea of something recurring really gets me, but I will pay for Headspace. Anything I pay for yearly. Like my output yearly, my Google storage yearly, my Headspace yearly. That might be it. I do pay $3 a month for Hulu. I just got it for Kardashians, and I was like, I could pirate it. So I went to leave after like 3 months in, and they were like, please don't. How about, what if we just charge you $3 a month? And I was like, all right, period. Happily. The convenience. For $3, I do not mind. Tomorrow's Wednesday, you guys. Kardashians. Big news. They left on a cliffhanger last time. I'm very excited. I don't remember what the cliffhanger was. Riveting television. But I'm really excited for a resolution. Yeah, we're not gonna win, but we're gonna like figure out what this man's about, you know? Kind of test him out. We don't need the cutscene again, do we? Man, I hate that I busted my tea bag.
More than enough time to play with you. So let's have some fun.
He's a friend though. God, he's strong. We've never had somebody like actually do real damage like that. He's not fucking around. We need a spyglass. But sure. I don't want to waste the Nobino's turn on the spyglass, you know? What a waste. So these always hit, which is nice. The fucking... He stood there like it wasn't going to do damage, and I was very nervous. It was 72. We need to be at least 10 levels higher than him. I love... What's his name? Dionysus' fucking pine cone on a stick that he lugs around. Force. We have one character with force attacks. It's not one of our strongest characters. But I do have Amanzanako's essence, which has like it has a severe force attack. So I might have to teach that to my Nahabino. And that'll be fun. That'll be fine. Because... God damn, his stats are wild. Damn, he's got some. Let's look at his attacks while we're here. Kuranos. Severe strength-based electric attack. Ignores affinity resistance. Fuck. I can't just block against that? Damn. It's a damage in the next attack. And adds pierce effect yourself to kill yourself. Raises all stats of all allies by 150 turn. You better not get any allies. You better not call on anybody. Madness Glint. Random. Inflicting seal. What is seal? Art. You spin the ball on your nose. This one hits all the foes, so we're still gonna use electric blockers. I'm still gonna set my resistance to electric if I can, reasonably. Pantaspain. We also need physical blockers. We really just have to guess. And it's sick. It's really sick. Okay. I mean, let's throw a force attack at him and see what happens. We'll play the rest of this battle out to see what happens. Oh, no, 2 of these people have force attacks. Only one of them is, like, strong, but... Like a strong attack. They're all strong in spirit and in physicality. No, we're not. We're not going to play this battle out. What a waste, you know? Why would we waste our time with such an endeavor? So we're going to go level up some. I will not cut the video here because I'm not going to do it and then re-record, like come back and record because I have to go to bed. So this is the video we get tonight. We're hanging out. There's not going to be a lot of story, but I'll tell you stories. I've lived a life, you guys. Whenever somebody like tell me something about yourself, I'm like, I have nothing to say. But then my friends like objectively tell me about like how they explain me to their friends. I'm like, I'm a nut. It's like, I don't know, he just like got a passport made in 3 days and like moved to Canada one day, but then he like came back and got married, and then he like went to Reno and then he like, this like sounds really boring actually. It's a lot more intense. I just like can't think of the individual wild stories. It's like then he got addicted to like meth for like 6 years, and I don't know, and then he like dated a child. Not really, but like it was a younger person. Legal, but like it was, my friends were like, we'll let it pass, but if this happens again, we're gonna think you have a pattern. I could not find that word. Alrighty. That man is interesting. That's my dick right now, quite honestly. It's like a dick in a wheelchair. I love fucking a throat, but sometimes if you're violent in somebody's mouth, like, you couldn't catch them teeth. And it's not, you know, like, a slight upon their skill, because no, that's you. You're jamming your cock around in there. You're wiggling that worm up in that mouth, you know? So that's on me. So it's been a little tattered. So that was my dick in a wheelchair. Now, we're not gonna do the moves yet. We're gonna just, hello. We're gonna run around. Yeah, we're gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all my favorite way to do things. But first, let me get all my shit going. Excuse me. Give him his gospel. And then, excuse me, we're gonna go to the desert. You may remember the desert as one of the first places we ever went. You may remember it as not being called the desert. I don't know the names of things because they're not in a language and like not phonetically kind of built up in ways that like my mind recognizes as speech patterns, because it was raised on very different speech patterns. So while I can remember quite a bit of it, I think I've done a really good job with like demon names and move names and certain things in Magatsuhi and things existing in the world. Locations truly have mostly evaded me. There's one called Omarion, basically. And now I go here because I can kill the Mitama in this area because they're weak with one almighty move. I don't have to waste the turn on the spyglass. I just do that, and then all my guys level up completely with that one battle due to the items I give them, and then I farm more of those items to keep giving to them. So it all works out very well. Linen City, we hardly got to know her. Now I gotta go to settings and turn the Mitama on. System options. Now glory, let's turn them back down. Let's just get some EXP. I don't need money, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Maka Mitama, who needs them? In this game, load you up. Just like a... Hey guys, it's me. So the red ones, if you guys don't know, give me the things that help my team level up, and then the goldy silvery ones help my Nahabino level up. But I think we farmed these together one time before, so I might have already told you that. So we're back at it. I'm going to try not to just speak on the game because it will be boring. The game right now is boring. I'm going to be honest with you, it's boring because of me. So I've got to make up. I've got to chew the fat with y'all. Here is the tea bag in question. Oh, it'd be looking nasty. That busted open. This just bussin', as the kids would say. What else do I have to... I wish I had stories for y'all. What do y'all want to hear about? Me getting married? When I was 18, I lived in San Diego. Well, yeah, like right when I turned 18, I moved to San Diego, had a condo in La Jolla with my sister. This is fucking nuts. I met somebody on Omegle. I used to go on there every once in a while just to be like, what's happening? He was one of the people... This is so funny. He was one of the people jerking off. And I was like, chat. And he was like, no. And I was like, he was like, take off your shirt. And I was like, because I'm hot. I don't know if you guys know. And I was like, I didn't really pay attention to what I just did. I need to level up the, apparently the fucking agility stat is very important. You should always be building that up. It's the stat I've ignored the most. I've mostly done the top 3, and then every once in a while I'm like, give one to luck because I love luck. Apparently agility is actually like very important. But, so eventually I got him to chat, which was nuts, because I convinced a man, like, why wouldn't I just talk to somebody else? I don't know, I was nuts. And we became good friends. Well, I got to know him, and then we did jerk off together, because I was like, okay, I got what I wanted, you get what you want. And then, like, I couldn't get out of my mind. So I was like, hey, because we exchanged contact information at the time. And then, after a while of that, he came to visit me. And then he came again. And then, literally just after that, that's all it took. And Skype, we would Skype a lot, you know. And it became a formal relationship at some point. Divine Aerofall hits all of them, and it's very fun. After just, like, those 2 visits and a lot of Skyping, I was like, I'm gonna get a passport. My trip to Canada was... It went from idea to plan to execution to reality within 3 days. I got a passport made because this was international, buddy. Ooh. Now let's up some agility. Within the course of 3 days, I got my passport made so quick. I had never flown alone before. It was a lot of things for me, and I'm like kind of an anxious person, so I was like, but I did it. And then I got there and it was fun. And then we were there, and then I was there for quite a while. I think I was probably accidentally there illegally for at least a month, but then I was under under implied status. Well, I had an extended visitor's visa at one point. And then, which one time they didn't want to let me back into the country, and it was scary. And, but I got back in. Fuck you, Canada. And then, I'm really dragging this story out. It was interesting at first, now it's just like, okay, but where's I going with this? Oh, and then eventually I had implied status while I was waiting for my marriage to finish, and then I had to go to America before my implied status, because otherwise I would lose my implied status, to do FBI paperwork. It was a whole thing. And then while I was in America to do my FBI paperwork, I went to Reno to hang out with the person I used to be engaged to when I was 14. No, when I was 17. I met him when I was 14 and he was 24. He's actually a good person, I promise. I know that's like a fucking bonkers thing. He was wrong for that. But, because I was 14, he was 24. We like met, and like, he didn't know about my age for a while. And then he did, and then he was like, not okay with it, but like, you know, he still participated with hesitancy, which is still like wrong. So like, if somebody does that to you, maybe don't, you know. But and then we just kind of were like weird, because we knew we were really connected, but we like didn't go too far, because like a little bit of distance, a little bit of just like knowing it was bad, but still like hang out and be like attracted, and like, you know. And then we took our distance, because like we're two very different people at two very different places in our life, and like we can like each other all we want, but it's just like there's a level at which we don't connect and are incompatible, you know. And then he just reappeared when I was 17, except for I think I reached out to him. I don't remember. We like just happened upon each other in a way. And then it like got a bit more serious, and then we got engaged, and then no. And then so I saw him when I was in America for my FBI paperwork, and I saw him again in 2015 when I was mad at my boyfriend, and that was not a nice way to hang out with him. Don't hang out with somebody just to like make somebody else upset. That's juvenile, childish, and not fair to the person that you're like using against the other person. But life lessons with me. Hi guys. But that person that I made that I used the friend against to like upset the kid I was dating was evil, and that relationship ended because I punched him in the face, which again, don't do it. No matter how much somebody deserves something, it's not our job to dish out that karmic justice. We don't get to decide good and bad, and we don't get to act out karma based on our own perception of good and bad, but he did deserve it. And apparently what I deserved was like a hell of probation and anger therapy and a holding cell, and I did a great job. And every time I've been in like juvie or a holding cell, the people are good. No, I got catted. Also, I haven't been leveling up my people, sorry. We're supposed to be grinding, and I'm truly just telling you my life story. Can y'all quit attacking? It's just a waste of my time. Y'all are stupid. Hey bitch! Hey Muck, remember me? I remember you from the beginning. We're friends. We're old chums. We're old chums. Y'all, today I've been chewing gum. I have this gum in my room I found because it was in my yellow backpack, because when I used to go out and do meth, I would have to buy gum or I would just like fuck up my mouth. I had to be chewing something. We keep talking about meth today, and no, we're not gonna go in depth. Not on it currently. I know y'all like, he nuts. Don't even get me started. Except for on meth, like, don't do it. I can focus better, and I think it's an ADHD thing. Me on meth is like, he's a chill dude. I remember I used to think at one point, I was like, what if I like, because I was like, I knew that I was like, when I was like actively on high doses of meth, that like I was, you know, out of control and not functioning properly. But I was like, there is something here. Could I microdose meth? And I was like, that's literally just Adderall. Get a fucking Adderall prescription. What are you talking about microdosing meth? Like, I'm all for microdosing like weed and like psilocybin and like certain things, but like microdosing meth, corrupt. There's no right way to do meth. Don't do meth. Bitch said microdosing meth. Get it together. I'm still not using my grimoire and my gospel. You'll have to remind me. I'm really caught up now. Have I been talking too fast? Sorry. But the gum, so I found some of this in my backpack, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I chew it. That's what I do with my gum. What do you guys do with your gum? Okay, let's fucking use grimoire and gospel and do what we're here for. Your mom. Okay. Ooh, glory crystals. That's nice to have. Sophia is... That bitch is tired of me. I will farm glory and just go buy everything every time I unlock a fucking new glory stuff from an abscess. She's like, can you leave? I'm like, well, you said that there's new skills, so no, I cannot. Okay, let's go farm it. I like the desert because it's an area I know well. I feel like there's a lot of things that spawn. I just love a desert, you know? It's good to visit old friends. I love when I get 4, because that fucking divine arrow fall gets them all. You know, for 1 year, you're doing meth for 6 years, and the next you're drinking cactus water with cold infusion tea. You really can grow as a person. But not that much. I still feel like there's, in my heart, I'm still a horny little meth boy. What am I saying? Who am I in my heart? You guys know who I am in my heart? In my heart, I'm saying nonsense today. In my heart, I am... Or if I was like a woman, and this was my like coming out as trans video, I'm not. I actually used to, because I used to look a lot more feminine because of like, 1, I was younger, 2, I wore like long hair that was like blonde. It's just very feminine. I would dress like feminine. It was androgynous. I never dressed too feminine. I wasn't like a makeup person. But yeah, let's resist that. Actually, we could use that. We could have really used that for this next battle. Oopies. But even back then, people would like ask my boyfriend, the one I punched, that he's a good kid. We get along now. That they'd be like, what are, you know, their preferred pronouns? I'd be like, literally, that's so kind. I'm glad we live in a world where like you ask that and are careful. But have you met me? I'm a big stupid doof of a dude. I just feel like I really identify with my masculinity, which you might be like, you're what? Where? I really identify with like being a dude. So that's fun. Like, I have a big old penis between my legs and it makes me so happy. Or maybe it's super tiny. My shriveled little cock makes me realize what a big, strong man I am. Do you know what is the equalizer for men? Getting in a pool. The locker room after you go in the pool, everybody's just fucking chewed bubblegum. And I think only in that moment are all men equal. You know, we've got this constitution, all men are created equal. We do a pretty decent job in this country, I think. Pretty decent. You know, we got some issues. The goal is that state we're all in that pool locker room. I remember one time, I was in middle school. I went through the pool locker room. And this was the first time I saw like a grown man naked other than like a grown man I was having sex with. Because you don't spontaneously see grown men naked, especially as a kid. I'm not one of those people that like... Some of my friends are like, yeah, growing up sometimes when I was like a baby, I would like shower with my dad. I'm like, ugh, what a dream. I never got that. But I remember seeing a grown man naked. I saw his butt and I was like, oh, whoa. Wow. God blesses us in many ways. All right, we're gonna go this way. Don't fall down the waterfall, Nahabino. Please do not fall down the waterfall. I'm stuttering over my words today. Maybe I should slow down. My mouth and my brain. But my mouth is a motorboat, and my brain is its engine. Why is it that whenever people can explain the processes that cause something, like if like an AI or a robot can, you know, feign sentience, people are like, actually it works like this, so I can see where you think it's sentience, but it's actually just doing this. Why just because you can explain the processes of something, that means it's not sentient? With like we can explain human chemicals and thought processes pretty well. I'm just saying, people are really... I don't think sentience is something that has to be earned or achieved. I think it's something that, like, spirits choose to give. And I think that certain things are better homes for, spirits, where they feel like they can be expressed and once bound to that physical form, have an enjoyable time. But I think they can go in anything. I think if one wanted to, it could go in this wig on my head. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to because... But if y'all build a robot, that's a pretty decent body for something to like be expressed. So I don't know. This is a different talk. We don't need to have it because you're all gonna think I'm nuts. I just have weird feelings about spirituality and like, you bitch. Well, now I might as well use a fucking... They don't dodge my attacks very often. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't use a grimoire. I'm gonna be honest. Fire. Y'all got fire? Narcissist doesn't have a fire move. Neither does Kai no Hime. Damn! A waste. Okay. Goodbye. That sucks for us. Okay, so let's use our items. I have to talk about things that aren't the game. What do y'all want to know? Y'all want to know my age? No. Boop! You know, that's how many old years I'm having. Alrighty. Now we want to be like level 80 at 82 because that man was level 72 and I think that was sick. I think it was abusive. I think that Zeus was abusing his power. And when I was so afraid of these fucking Azumi, these fucking fish guys, they were wrecking my shit early on and now they run away from me. Really makes you think. No, it doesn't. What makes me think? What makes me think? Nothing. Nothing can elicit a response from me. I refuse to think. It really is a problem. This game's been making me think. We've really just got to build that agility. Alright, you guys, come on. You're a bad bitch. I fucking love you. Thank you. Oh, let's use our grimoire and our gospel. Me and my ex-husband, we used to have a church that we like to go to in Canada. It was great because I'm not a church person. I'm very spiritual. I'm not very religious. I'm not religious, period. I'm not just like kind of like, no, zero religion. But I did like that church. And it was great. And they always, at the end of the service, they would do this thing. Go make a difference. You can make a difference. You make a difference. And the girl on the tambourine would fucking go nuts. There's this girl with a tambourine. She fucking loved that shit. And, fuck! Now I'm cutting the spyglass. And, you know, I truly would go make a difference. Except for it would always be Sunday. You know, because that's when church happens for most of us. If y'all go to church on not just Sunday, y'all are nuts. My brother in high school, one story at a time, but every Sunday it'd also be raining so fucking hard. It was like every weekend we'd be like, we're gonna go garage sailing, we're gonna go to church, garage sales. It'd always be raining. When was I 80 years old? I'm just now realizing that I was like 80 years old. I was married and we would go to church and then we'd go garage sailing, but then we'd be like, I don't know if we want to go to the garage sale today. It's raining out. And we'd be driving a red Oldsmobile. What were we doing? That was nuts now that I think about it. That was crazy. Hey. Agility. Apparently it's important. If y'all came for a decent playthrough of a game, you can watch my other videos. I would say decent is what they are. This is truly just get to know me. This video is about me. This is about the creator. Get to know the creator. But not God. Not that creator. I don't know, I'm kind of God. Not Bino Sia. Do you see why we come to the desert, though? There's Mitama everywhere. And sand. And it's sparkly, and it reminds me of good times when I didn't have to fight fucking Zeus. This game has so many fucking bangers. Like, it's not like, I'm sure not like a novel sentiment, but I mean it. My luck is low, but apparently luck doesn't mean shit. But I care a lot about luck as a person because I'm a lucky ass bitch. Fateful, even. Amon's an open. She's with us again. That makes me so happy too. Remember when she was like all confident last video and I was like hyping her up? I was like, yes, bitch. That was a good time. Go watch that video. Here's what I'll say. One of my videos, because like all my videos get like at least like a couple views. One's like mine when I watch it back. If you ever see my video come up and you're like, it already has 1 view. Ooh, what the fuck? It just got uploaded. That's probably mine. I watch it before. Usually, sometimes I don't have to watch them, or I'll watch them on my computer. But usually I watch them on YouTube while I fall asleep to get the title, like I've said. But they all like get like 3 or something. I don't think it's like 3 people consistently. I think it's like random people. But there is one video which is 0, and it's just sat at 0 for days. And I'm thinking like maybe it's the video where I sat and like looked at the camera and said COVID, nuclear bomb, terrorism, and did all the things that I thought would like get me banned from like getting recommended. So maybe that's the one. But I don't think it is. I'm like, what happened with that video? But doesn't matter that much. I've said this before, but I knew my channel was never gonna get recommended on any large level when I named a video Shit Boy Butt Fuck Shit Fuck Butt Boy. You know? I made a decision in that moment, and that decision was freedom. The freedom to say anything and not care about anything being seen. You know, I am expressed, but I am not heard. And I like that. I love the void into which I share my secrets. So if you're here, welcome to the void. I'm your host Siaha, and my secrets are... What's a secret? Like, what's something like I shouldn't say? I lost my virginity at 11 on purpose. Oops. It's not like a big secret though. I just discarded something and I need to pay more attention. I was too busy thinking about a secret. I'm gonna sit and think about if I have any secrets. Oh, I do. But like what secrets I can think of. Because I truly, off the top of my head, secrets. I keep hearing noises. Me, 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 me. Get over here. Did I use more grimoire? Fuck. I think I did. What am I hearing? It's a ghost. Oh, one time in 2016, I had this apartment which had no furniture. I never even got a bed. For a year, I just like slept on a fur coat on my floor. One time my sister came to visit for a month. And during that time, she brought her own fur coat and she slept in the bedroom, which I didn't stay in because there was a ghost. It was like a child. And every time, and I'm not superstitious, but I'm very like, again, spiritual. So like I do believe in a lot of things, but it's like not often that I like am like, will proudly externally say this was a spiritual occurrence because like it does sound nutty and it's like also so personal I don't need to share it, but a spiritual occurrence. Because every time somebody came in the house, there was comments about, it feels a little weird. Or some people that were in tune that were like, a ghost, a child. And we would call it John Benet Ramsey. So I didn't sleep in the bedroom because it seemed like it liked the bedroom, but sometimes I would. But my sister slept in there. And yeah, no furniture, and there was a ghost. And when I left there, no, actually I would like to see what this does. Your Kaja Nda skills last 2 extra turns. That would be really useful. But I don't have any Kaja Nda skills. I use sexy dance and call it a day, you know? So we're gonna decline it. But when I left that apartment, I felt like I shouldn't just leave the spirit. I felt like I was like abandoning it. So I had this like moment where I like helped it walk into the afterlife. And I cried. And it was nuts. And then the next day I found out my grandma died, and I was like, that's crazy. And I don't think they were linked at all. Just like, how funny. You know, life. You let a child free and your grandma dies. All right. That was a while. When I lived in that apartment, it was bad. I was eating bad. I was feeling bad because I spent the whole year just like not working. I just did nothing that year, except for every Wednesday I had to go to my anger therapy stuff, court ordered. So there was that, which was the only thing that would pull me out of meth spells when I was in like a meth spell for multiple days. So thank goodness for that. One time I got really drunk beforehand and I like vomited in the bathroom. Nobody saw. We were watching The fucking Secret. Like, y'all are making me pay out of my little pockets for, what am I doing? For this anger therapy, because I punched somebody. But domestic violence isn't a joke, so like, you know, it's a big deal to punch somebody. Don't punch somebody you're dating, or just don't punch anybody. But you know, I'm just bitter. And we were watching The fucking Secret, and it's like a group therapy thing. So it was like me and a bunch of wife beaters, some of which were great people that were caught up in bad situations, did bad things. Some were great people that didn't do a bad thing, but cops, you know, if a lot of them called the cops to the scene. And I'm not trying to, like, you know, work against, like, believing women, because, like, believe women, but also, like, believe victims. And a lot of these men called the cops on the girls and didn't do anything wrong, and the girls were wild, and, you know, there are a lot of those. And there were a lot of people that, like, had been there many times and hadn't learned their lessons yet. There are some people that had been there many times and had finally learned their lesson. It was an interesting group. But we watched The fucking Secret at one point. The fuck are you telling me to go to therapy to watch The Secret with a group of men? First group of men in the history of ever to watch The Secret together. Watching The Secret would make me hit my wife. That's not funny. Don't hit your wife. Or anybody, again. Bing, 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 bing. I need to start using Grimoire again. I got caught up in hitting your spouse. I haven't been choking on teabag bust yet, so that's kind of nice. Kind of made it through unscathed, but I say that now and then you guys are going to watch me die from choking live on camera. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a fish. Now I think I've kind of robbed the world of its Mitama, and we're not high leveled enough. We have to get to 82. But don't worry, I'll do the rest off camera, like, once this video ends. If we're not there yet, we're not going to be there yet, because I'm truly just going on tangents. But a red one. Oh, and a gold one. Do y'all think that's red? Do y'all think that's gold or silver? What color do you guys think this is? Because it's like black, but also gold, but also silver. It's like my car. I drive this. Y'all can't drag me for this. I love my car, and I will not hear anything else. Okay? I remember when I got it, I was like, because I'm not a car person. I do not care about cars. I got it angrily because I was like, I don't want a car. When I got this last year, I got in it and I was like, I want to fall in love in here. And you'll never believe it. Then we did. You don't know who we is. We did. Like, it was like a lot of time spent in cars. Driving. It's like exactly what I dreamed of when I was like, okay, I'm ready to like, and excited to like indulge romance. I want it to be juvenile. I want it to be fun, happy, light, and not like weighed down. And I want to like just like be silly and like drive around in our cars and like, and we did. And it was perfect. And it's everything I wanted. And then it ended and I was very sad. And now I look back, I'm like, reasonable. And I'm still sad sometimes. But it's also very like, I got exactly what I like wanted. There's nothing I wanted that I didn't get. And you might be thinking, well, you didn't get the forever you wanted. I didn't want forever. I've learned a long time ago that like, I don't know, I'm okay with ends. But that doesn't mean I handle them without an ounce of sadness or like loss. Loss is still processed and felt and sometimes you're sad. That kid on our very first date told me one of the crimes he's went to jail for, and I was like, you know what? And he brought it up so casually, and we're gonna get along. Well, I just bring shit up casually too. And I appreciate it, because he's also like, you might find this out, so let me just explain it. And he did, and it was great, and it was a good time. And I don't date criminals. Well, I date anybody, quite honestly, but don't think I'm like, have a history of dating criminals. Except for, I basically date myself, and he's a criminal. I commit crimes against language every day. Ooh, heavy electric attack to all foes? Fuck it up. Medium can choke. What do we want you guys? Dumbass. Okay. Kenya no hime. But yeah, I drive a Buick Century is where I was going with this. I love that thing. But it's like, I can't tell if it's silver or gold. In my last car I had too, I was like, I don't know what color it fucking is. So, maybe I just don't know what silver and gold are. The other day I was like finding an album to listen to, and I have this vinyl for Pokemon Gold and Silver, like music. But it's like orchestrated, it's beautiful. And I can tell a difference on the gold side and the silver side of that. And also I hate silver jewelry and I love gold, so I guess I know the difference. Just not when it comes to Buick Centuries, Honda Accords, or Mitama. Well, let's use our things. You know, I was very afraid that I could not carry a conversation today without it being mostly about the game, and here I am. I truly told you too much. I truly talked and spoke at a speed nobody needs to be comprehending information at. Like, you can barely, like, pick it up, much less process it in that time. But guess what? I'm so smart and fast, I just want the same of you. But I'm gonna go to bed now, if I can stop running around. But I'm also kind of having fun running around, because this desert is my home, you know? Get out of here, fish. We're friends now. We'll get him, and then we'll go to bed. Whoa! Oh, hey. Whoa! What if instead of stopping the video, I just went and laid in my bed and you guys like watched me sleep? That'd be, oh, look at Wabuffet in the background. Look at Wabuffet in the background. Can y'all see Wabuffet? It's real tiny. Wait a minute. Don't look at my hair clips. That's none of your business. Look at Wabuffet. Hell yeah. Let's describe everything in my room. Hi guys. Not describe, but kind of things that need elaboration. So we have a wig on the wall. That's my like go-to quick easy wig. Don't judge me for having albums held up by thumbtacks. It's none of your business. We got Wabuffet. We got a whole mess on my bed. We got that chicken. Y'all can just hear like what game is this? Shin Megami Tensei music in the background. That chicken was full of jelly at one point. He was little individually packaged jellies that were delicious. Jellies with pulp. They had chunks of fruit in them. Delicious. Now he's full of 5 surprise mini brands. So what a fucking random ass. Like, here's my chicken. He used to be full of jelly, but now he's full of 5 surprise mini brands. My Hydrate Spark water bottle. That Tamagotchi, that blue thing right next to Wabuffet, it's a stuffed Tamagotchi with a squeaker, like a dog squeaker. I found him one time. We're gonna go back into the game, sorry. I was at a place called Boxed Lunch, and we were just walking around, and that thing was on the floor with a paper tag with like a handwritten price. He did not have like a barcode. He just like truly just spawned for me, and I was like, yes please, and then I bought him, and now he lives with me. Defiant Airflow. Usually the jelly chicken's over here, but I was hanging out with him earlier. I got some Mentos mini brands out of him to make a joke to my roommate about like, yum yum yum, I'm having a little snack. But it's not real food. We have a lot of goofs and gaffs over here. We have a good time. We're like family here. It's like an Olive Garden in this house, except for nobody's cooking and there's no breadsticks. I realized something, because I like have always like, I've never been like a big cooking person, but I used to like enjoy it sometimes, like when I do like my like what's those boxes, go listen to any podcast to get a sponsorship from this company. What is it? Like Blue Apron and stuff, but not Blue Apron, because fuck that one. You know what I'm talking about? Those boxes where they send you food and you cook it up and you're like, I'm a chef, but it's like they gave you pre-portioned ingredients. I used to like those, and I got one recently and I was like, I fucking hate this, cooking's stupid. And then I went on anti-cooking tirade for a few months and I realized cooking isn't the issue, which I do think cooking's outdated and stupid, but it is nice. The issue is I have no counter space and I was just getting pissed off. But it took me just like until very recently to realize that was the issue. I fucking hate where I live. It's really nice and cozy, but ever since somebody else moved in, I'm like, I need more space. This was like a great place to hide as a human being who's gonna sit in silence and like make an album and make art. But now that it's a home for people to live in, it's time to move. But we're moving on the 15th, so yee-hee. That woman needs to get my contract over to me. Like, we're approved, everything's fine. But it's like, we'll get the contract over you like end of the day on Friday. Guess what, bitch? It's Tuesday coming up on Wednesday. I'm gonna call her Wednesday. Because usually one call is all it takes to get the next step done. But it's like I do have to do it for every step. But she's lovely, I love her. There's a bunch of Mitama everywhere, but we are truly at 45 minutes. So I'm gonna do one of these for everybody, so that I don't forget to do it when I do this in my own time later. Alright. And then I'm going to say goodbye to y'all. thanks for hanging out. Thanks for looking at my jelly chicken with me and listening about my time in a holding cell. If you want to know more about Shin Megami Tensei or a troubled man, tune in feels like very outdated. Come around one day. Have some cactus water. It dripped on me. Ooh! Now I got nut. I got the bust in my throat. I'm gonna go. Bye.